Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about the parameters. Parameters are the filters which we can change dynamically. Or let's say you want to give your end users some functionality to change the filters easily without much technical knowledge. Then you will be using these parameters. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how can we create these parameters in Tableau. We are in our Tableau screen and we are working with a global superstore data. Let's say that your stakeholders ask you a question. What are the customers who are giving me highest amount of profit? Or what are the customers who are giving me the lowest amount of profit? For that, what would you do? You will create a simple visualization. So let's try to create that visualization first. For that, I will go to the customer name. I will double click on the customer name and then I will go to the profit and double click on it. This would give me a text table. Now to convert this text table into the bar charts, I will go in the show me option and here I will use this horizontal bar option. After you have converted it into the horizontal bars, you can choose the ascending order or the descending order as per your need. Let's say if you want to see the loss giving customer, so you will be using this ascending order. And if you want to see the highest profit giving customer, you will choose this descending option, which is basically arranging the data from highest to lowest part. So if I click on it, it would then give me the list of the customer who is giving me highest amount of profit. Now this bar is very hard to view. So I will go in the labels option and I will show the marks table from, and you can see Tamara Chand is giving us the highest amount of profit, which is 8,670. Then the second one is the Raymond Butch, which is giving us some 8,453 amount of profit. Now, these kind of values are good. But let's say if there are multiple values in this list. For example, as you can see, there are a multiple number of customers. It is very hard for me to identify all these customers and take some action upon it. Let's say I want to see what are the highest profit giving customers. So at that time, I'm not taking every customer in the list. I'll be going with, let's say, the top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20. In that case, what I need to do is if I want to filter this, so I had to create a filter. I will drag this customer name over here in filters and I will use this top option. This top option is used when you want to see the top 10, top 15 or top n amount of any field with the help of some aggregation. For example, if I go in by field option, here it would give you this top option. Instead of the top option, you can also go with the bottom option. Let's say first I want to see the top 10 customers. For that, I will choose the top option over here and I will specify the number as 10. And I want to see them by the profit, how much profit they are making, and this would be the aggregate of sum. So over here, after choosing this value, click on apply and OK. And now on my screen, you can see the visual and it is showing you only the top 10 people who are giving you highest amount of profit. Now what happens is, again my stakeholders come and they say, I don't want to see top 10 values. This time I want to see top 20 values. In that case, what would you do? You again have to go in this customer name, click on the edit filters option, and this time instead of the top 10, you have to select top 20 over here and click on apply and OK. Now this looks fairly easy, but if there are some situations where the condition of the stakeholders is changing again and again, or they want to enter the value manually and want to see the results according to that, what would you do in that case? Or let's say if you want to give your end user some functionality to change these filters easily, what would you do? In that case, we would be creating a parameter. To create a parameter, what we can do is you can go in this white space, right click and use this create parameter option. After you have done that create parameter option, it would pop up a window like this where it says create parameter. You can give your parameter a name. Let's say I'm giving it the name as top end customers by profit. After you have named it, you know that whenever we are talking about customers, we say one customer, two customer, three customers. So these digits are basically in the integer. They are not in the float. So the data type that I'll be choosing over here would be integer. It won't be float. So I can choose this data type to be integer. And over here, you can leave the current value as one and also the display format as one. This current value means that how many records are shown right now. So right now on my screen, 10 records are shown, but I will change them in future. So let's say right now I'm choosing the current value as one only. After you have selected this, you don't have to touch this allowable values. I will talk about this in some time. You can just click on OK. And over here, I have chosen this parameter. Now, when you make this parameter, you can see this parameter has now appeared over here where it says top end customers by profit. Now the question is, how do we apply these parameters over here in customer name? If I this time go again in the edit filters option, and over here instead of the top 20 options, if I click on this drop down, I can see a new field has appeared. This new field says top n customers by profit. Over here also you can see it is asking me create a new parameter. So I can create a new parameter from over here also. But the method I did showed you is good enough. So I can choose this top n customers by profit from over here. Now I don't have to go with the other values. I don't need to change the other values. I will just click on apply and OK. Now you can see I can see only one value for now because the value that I inserted at that time was 1. Now what I need to do is I need to show this parameter option somewhere over here in filters so that the users can interact. For that, what I would do is I can go over here in customer name, and if this time if you choose this show filter option, you can see that still no customer name has been changed. So everything is as it is as the filter was applied previously in the other sessions. So where is the parameter over here? For that, what I can do is I can just hide this card, and instead of the show filter over here, I can click over here in this parameter and I can choose this show parameter option. So now the parameter would be showed over here on the right hand side. So it doesn't appear over here in the filters. Everything is as it is and every customer name is shown over there. Instead of the fact that I can see only one customer over here, the filter shows all the customer names. Now, if you want to change the parameter, if you don't want to see only one value over here, what you can do is you can come over here and instead of one, let's say if you can type over here 10. So 10 values would be appearing over here. Now the filter that is working in the background is by the sum of profit and it is showing you top values. Let's say you don't want to see the top values. You wanted to see the bottom values. What would you do in that case? So again, I would go in this customer name option, click over here and choose edit filter option. This time in the by field option, instead of the top option, I will choose this bottom option. I can just click on apply and you can see the results would be changing over. Instead of the top customers, now it would show me all the values belonging to this bottom customer. I can click on apply and OK. And now it would show me the customers who are giving me highest amount of loss. Let's say if the desired list is there of the customers that you want to see, like 5 customers, 10 customers, 15 customers, and 20 customers. What would you do in that case? So let's say I'm creating a new sheet over here. Again, I'm choosing customer name, I'm choosing profit, converting this into the bar chart and arranging it in the descending order. Now my stakeholders want that I want to see a list over here. First, I want to see the top 5 customers, then 10 customers, then 15, then I want to go with 20. In that case, what I need to do is again, I would create a new parameter. So if you don't want to create a new parameter that time, what you can do is you can just edit this parameter also if the condition changes. So I can go in the edit option and over here I'm using the same parameter basically, but this time I'm not going with the allowable values as all. I'm choosing the list option and it would give me a list to fill. What is the value that you want to keep? So I want to keep the values as 5. And what is the thing that you want to display? So I want to display 5 only. I can enter the values as 10, 15, and 20 over here. After you have inserted these values, you can just click on apply. And every time if you are watching this filter on the right hand side, so let me click on show parameter option. Over here, you can see that there would be a drop down that would be appearing. And it is indicating you that right now, what the value has been selected is 5, but you can also go with the 10 values, you can also go with 15 values and 20 values. So how do this filter would work then? And how this parameter would be applied? For that, again, I have to drag this customer name over here in filters. I can choose top customers over here by field option. And instead of the top 10 values, I will just select this top n customers by profit. Click on apply and OK. So every time you are using this drop down and choosing the desired value, you can see the answer would be changing. I can choose 15, I can choose 20 also. So this is the way in which you can create a small parameter and then you can apply that parameter inside your field. So now let's try to see what is the one customer which is giving us highest amount of profit, or what are the top n customers who are giving us highest amount of sales this time. For that, what I'll do is I will again take customer name. This time I'm going with the sales option, not the profit option. Convert it into the bar charts. arrange it in the descending order. I will turn on the labels. Now I need to create a new parameter. For that, I will just click over here where I'm finding the right space. So after you have found the white space, you can just click on create parameter option. And in this parameter, I'm naming it top N customers by sales. I know the value would be in terms of integer, not in terms of float. And over here in the current value, I can enter the current value as 5. Now you need to apply this parameter here inside the filters, and the filters would be based on the customer's name. So I can drag this customer name over here. I can go in the top option. I can choose the by field option. And over here where it says top 10, instead of the 10, I will use this top 10 customers by sales option. You have to see that this filter is being applied on the top of sales, and the aggregation that has been took is the sum. So I can click on apply and OK. And you can see 5 values have now appeared over here. If you want to see this parameter over here in the right hand side so that you can change the values, you can click over here and you can use this show parameter option. And over here you have got this option where you can easily edit this values. Let's say instead of 5 you want to go with the 8 values, you can do it. And again, if you don't want to give this manual input of the for the user that they should enter these value manually, you just want to provide any kind of say list, what you can do is again you can go in this option and you can use this to create a list. So I'll show you a new option this time. So if you choose this list and you give this value as let's say 5, 10 and 15, a cool way to deal with this would be instead of this drop down option, what you can do is, so what I'll do is I'll again show this parameter. So instead of the drop down, what you can do is you can choose a wide variety of the filters that are available over here. Let's say you can go with the slider option. So over here also, when we created this top and customers by profit, what I can do this, I can use this slider option. This slider option would be looking good over here and it would be easier to interact for the user. So every time you are dragging this slider, the values will be changing. So this is one of the ways by which you can create the parameters and you can make this interactive. I hope you find this session helpful. In the next session, we'll be talking about sets and